All right, we good? Hello, welcome to another video. Today, I thought it would be fun to take you guys on what a typical day of grocery shopping for me looks like. If you don't already know who I am, my name's Lizzie. I'm a registered dietitian. I'll be honest, I've been kind of dreading making this video for a very long time because I can already hear people in the comments being like, oh, you're a registered dietitian, you should be eating this way, da 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 da. First of all, don't tell me what to do. Second of all, if you start putting comments like that in there, I'm going to ignore them so fast. I feel like everyone has their own very strong opinion on nutrition and what it should look like, and when they see someone like me and I say, oh, I'm a registered dietitian, and then they see the way I eat, etc. So I am what's known as a clinical dietitian. So I mainly work with patients in hospitals. So let me just tell you guys a little bit of my background and where I come from when it comes to my relationship with food and why I decide to live the way that I do. I'm a very big advocate for mindful eating and really having a balance when it comes to food. I'm a very big advocate for what you might think of as the 80-20 rule, right? Eat 80% healthy and maybe 20% of the time eat different foods that might not be considered healthy for you, I call them fun foods, right? A long time ago, I want to say maybe when I was 26 or something, I was doing a lot of that, super restrictive eating, and then would, binge eat all of the so unhealthy or bad foods for you. And it was just this repetitive cycle over and over again, losing weight, gaining it all back, losing weight, gaining it all back. I was just on that merry-go-round, y'all. And finally, I remember one day looking at some of my journals that people and girls have, just diaries and stuff. So I was looking through these journals of mine, because I just think it's kind of cool to reflect and go back to sort of see what you were going through. I don't know. There was just a day where I was doing a lot of spring cleaning and I decided to go through these journals I have. And I noticed that so many of the entries I had to do with my fucking weight, how bad I felt about the food I ate that day. Oh my God. I was I was actually kind of disgusted with myself. I was why? I want to be over this hyperfixation on food and feeling bad about my body and feeling bad about what it is that I'm eating all the time. You know what I mean? I can't quite remember how I stumbled upon it, but I think I was at the time also looking into therapy or something like that. And I came across something called mindful eating. And if you don't know what mindful eating is, it's a movement on changing your perspective around food and kind of quote unquote healing your relationship with food. So I bought this book and I started reading it, and it essentially, the rules in this book were you could no longer essentially be afraid of eating food whatsoever. They the book encouraged you to actually eat a lot of the foods on a daily basis that you considered were quote unquote bad or unhealthy or that you restricted yourself on. I mean, there was definitely a lot more setup around it, but I just remember being really taken aback by I should just eat what I want to eat. Cool. So I started doing that, and I very much, kind of bought into the fact where I was all right, I just don't want to feel so much anxiety around food anymore. So I literally just started eating whatever I wanted, whatever I was craving that day, that I told myself no, you can't eat that, eat this instead, which might have never been satisfying for one, or was overly healthy, almost too restrictive, or you can't, don't eat eggs and bacon for breakfast, eat your oatmeal instead, but anyway, I digress. So, I pretty much just started eating whatever it is I wanted, and the book would kind of tell me, if there's something that I felt I couldn't have, I needed to eat that shit every single day. If I was afraid of eating mashed potatoes because I'm oh my God, it's unhealthy, or it's gonna make me gain weight, I ate mashed potatoes every single day until I got tired of them. You know what I mean? And so anyway, I digress. It helped me heal my relationship with how I felt about my body and my relationship with food, and keeping a really nice balance that worked for me and made me happy. Made me, and also really cleared up a lot of myths, I think, that are surrounding a lot of like foods that we think are unhealthy or not good for us. So, anyway, I thought it would just be really cool to show you guys, as a registered dietitian, and with everything that I know about what's good for the human body and what's healthy, what a day of grocery shopping looked like for someone that's just trying to find like a normal balance. Don't feel bad about the kind of food that you're eating and things like that. I thought it'd be fun to just kind of show you guys that that's just what does grocery shopping look like coming from that perspective, I suppose. And you know what? If you don't think that this is the right way of that's like the right way, or a good way that someone should eat, then you don't have to watch my stuff. You do not have to watch this. Go watch something else. I am not here to preach the word of like clean eating and or things like that, So I'm here to try to help and maybe just educate and talk to people about how you can eat healthy and still have your favorite fun foods at the same time. So I come at food from a very you could say like medical health perspective. So, I do think that I think it's very beneficial that you should look at your family history of what are some ailments or diseases or conditions on your mom's side of the family or your dad's side of the family. What do your labs tell you when you go to the doctor and you get your cholesterol checked or you get this and that checked? I'm very big about trying to follow a diet or eat relatively healthy and balanced that helps me keep those lab markers looking pretty good. You know what I mean? Like if there's something that I can do to try to avoid getting high blood pressure, I do that. I try to change my diet. What can I do to help keep my cholesterol levels under control and keep them healthy and looking good? I'll do that. Is there something that I can be doing to also help prevent me developing diabetes later on in life? I try to do that. So I very much take a preventative measure on the whole thing when it comes to eating. But at the same time, are my cholesterol levels going to spike and become high all the time if I decide to have one small chocolate chip cookie a couple of times a week? Probably not. As long as the rest of my diet, is relatively healthy and helps keep my cholesterol under control. Anyway, so I digress. Let's go ahead and start grocery shopping. It's a beautiful day. Look how nice this is. It's quite hot, but look at the sky, man. Look at all the cute pumpkins. Oh, I want to get them all. I want all of them. They're so pretty. Look at that. That one's huge. I always grab the little cart and then regret it later. Okay, I love these things. I'm gonna get like several dozen of them because they're freaking delicious. I really like them because they're actually high in fiber and like low calorie. Look at that. Look at that fiber. 8 grams? Hell yeah. Get it. I'm getting a couple of bags of the stir fry medley. I really love the combination of the veggies in here. I don't know. I actually don't typically buy these like ready in the bag steamable, but I definitely just need them for this week just to get some extra veggies in. Ooh, definitely gonna get some romaine hearts. I love chopping these up and then just putting like a little dressing on them with some tomatoes. Delicious, fantastic. Okay. I'm genuinely scared I'm not gonna get enough vegetables in this week. Sometimes I just don't. So I'm gonna get some asparagus. I do love asparagus personally. Maybe let's get one that's not so broken apart. I love when they're kind of long and stringy like this. They come out so tasty. Let's get this one. This one looks good. All right. Definitely need to get some bananas for the hubby. I actually don't like bananas, but he does. I'll just get a couple. He doesn't eat that many, but he does like them. Okay. And then I definitely need bell peppers. I'm gonna make some salmon cakes, so I'm gonna grab a couple of those. Ooh, and a poblano pepper. Love poblano peppers. Ooh, these are on sale. Let's get a bag. I feel like, you know, you feel bougie when you get the color bell peppers and not just the green ones. You're like, oh my God, I'm spending. We're gonna get, ooh, some lean ground beef. We're gonna do the 93.7%. Sometimes I'll usually get the 96 to 4%. This is gonna go in a stew though. You know what? Actually, oh shit. Dropped it. Stay. Let's get the 96. 96.4 because this actually is gonna be like in a, not a stew, but just some sort of thing where stuff and toppings will go on top of it. And then I do actually want some turkey. Let's do our 93.7 ground turkey. Keep it even. Ooh, not there. There we go. Keep that meat down below. I will be completely honest. I typically do not buy chicken breast. This is not normal. I have a struggling relationship with chicken, but I need it for something very specific. So I was gonna try to recreate those at Starbucks. They have those spicy chicken, like flatbread pocket things that are delicious. And so that's actually why I'm getting the chicken. I typically do not get chicken, but I wanna try to recreate those at home. Wheat pita bread. Let's see, what are the macros on this? 140. Okay, 5 grams of fiber per serving, bet. 1 pita approximately. Yeah, let's get some of these. I like to use it for dips, like tzatziki sauce. I low-key came at the busiest time ever. Why did I come at this time? So I actually went ahead and got 2 of these because I was thinking as like a lunch, I could make some tzatziki sauce with some Greek yogurt and just dip this in it, maybe with like, you know, like some sliced bell peppers or vegetables on the side, and just eat that for a meal. Don't come for me. We go through these like weekly. Yeah, Monterey Jack with jalapeno peppers. Love these protein shakes. I need to get several for my husband, for Chris. We love Fairlife. These are like the most delicious ones. He's super tired of chocolate, so we're gonna do strawberry and vanilla. Y'all, bro, I didn't know they had these in like pre-made drink form. What? I literally just bought some of the powder, so like I don't need to get these. Oh no, they're on sale. What do I do? Okay, and here's my justification. I can try the different flavors because if I'm like getting tired of the current powder one that I bought, you know, and I like one of these flavors, I can get the powder one. So that's my justest reasoning to getting these. So I don't feel like there's that many flatbread options when it comes to trying to like recreate the Starbucks spicy chicken pocket. So I was like, let's just go for like some of the keto tortilla wraps, you know? And I feel like these should be big enough. Just these 8 tortilla wraps. You know, just enough to stuff a little chicken and a little cheese in there, you know what I mean? And a little spicy. So we're just gonna get these. I love keto tortillas. And I love Extreme Wellness. They're really good. Mission's also really good. HEB brand is also really good for their carb balanced tortillas. So, okay, so we really don't get these very often, but every now and then I do get a small craving for Lunchables, and my husband actually really likes the little pizza ones, so I was gonna get him a couple as a surprise, just for like fun little lunch snack thing, you know. So we'll get a pepperoni and probably like an extra cheesy. I hope he likes the extra cheesy. I'm not sure, actually. Not nachos. All right, so we're making those salmon cakes. So I'm just gonna get chicken of the sea. We're just gonna get a couple Alaskan pink salmon. We're just gonna get 3 of these for our salmon cakes. Ooh. Oh, I love smoked oysters. Y'all don't even know. I fucking love smoked oysters. They're so good. Okay, I also got some pinto beans to go with, I'm gonna try to recreate something my friend made me over the week when I was dog sitting for her. It was like this, oh my God, what was it called? Frito pie type stuff, but it was healthy. Also, if you guys are looking for a really, really good refried bean, but with no lard in it, the no fat or the vegetarian versions are delicious in my opinion. So good, and a very healthy alternative. So I completely forgot that me and Chris are going out of town this week, so I actually don't need as many groceries as I anticipated. We'll probably have to put a lot of it in the freezer. But I was walking by the cake mixture aisle and I saw the brownie and muffin cups by Kodiak. I love these. If you're looking for some an alternative, semi-healthy, or a healthier version compared to a regular muffin or a regular brownie, these are fantastic, and I love to eat them for breakfast. If instead of being oh, okay, well maybe I don't want to go to the donut shop today, I'll eat one of these to help get my chocolate craving in, or help get out my chocolate craving. So good. So again, we don't need as much food as I thought this week because we're going out of town, but this is something that I've kind of recently fallen in love with, is granola for breakfast in the morning with a little bit of milk. I really am loving H-E-B's granolas, their versions, but really any kind of granola. It's higher in fiber, allows yourself to get some good poops first thing in the morning. Yeah, I would have grabbed this, but I'm not getting it because we're going out of town. These look so fancy, but they're expensive. I know I totally don't need this, but I just came up with the idea, for just a fun dessert. What if I got some, I've been kind of craving some jet puffed marshmallow cream. I don't know why, don't ask me, but I've been craving it. And I was like, oh my God, what if I got some chocolate rice cakes? Put a little bit of this on top. Ooh, that sounds like a real fun dessert. Why does H-E-B carry these? Why? I want them so bad. It's Torchic. And then there's Squashmallows. There's Pikachu and Eevee. Oh, why? Why do they carry these? So I've tried almost all of the Progresso protein soups, but this one I do not recognize actually, and it sounds really, really good. Let's see. 360 calories for the whole thing, 23 grams of protein, 15 grams of freaking fiber. Are you kidding me? 4 grams of saturated fat. I love it. Let's give it a try. Tomatoes. I need diced. For chili. Does it matter? They're not pre-seasoned, are they? They're just diced? Maybe they're just super finely diced. I kind of want chunky though. I want chunky diced. Chunk. Yeah. Do I want chunked or do I want crushed? I don't really know. You know what? No salt added. We're getting it. For the Frito pie remake. Okay, we are absolutely obsessed with Goodles. For a mac and cheese that is high protein, plant-based, fiber. Oh. And the marketing on this shit, I'm sorry. These boxes are so colorful, and I have ADD, so how can you not? But really, macros, fucking fantastic. I love these. Yeah, we're gonna get 8 boxes. I'm just kidding. We only need 2 or 3. Oh, so good. So good. If you thought that the pumpkin spice craze couldn't get any worse, it just did. There's pumpkin spice ice cream, pumpkin spice sugar. This is awesome. This is hilarious. So me and my husband, we will go through crazes of sparkling water, and right now we are on a LaCroix fix, and we are getting, our favorite one is the grapefruit flavor. So I'm gonna get a couple of cases of this. Pamplemousse! I love that word. That's like the best word I've ever heard in my life. Low-key, I want them so bad. I just want them because they're orange on the inside. That's it. I just love the idea of eating an orange Oreo. Coffee creamer for Mans. He loves the zero sugar chocolate cream kind. Oh yeah, don't let me forget, we still need to get the chocolate rice cakes for my jet puffed. So we'll usually we'll get like the community breakfast blend coffee, but this Houston blend has been smelling amazing first thing in the morning. It is absolutely heavenly. When he pops it and makes that pot of coffee, I can smell it. So good. Some plain whipped cream cheese for the jalapeno chicken flat pocket things. Oh, and then you know we got to get our Greek yogurt on. We love our Greek yogurt. We're gonna get H-E-B. Yes, hallelujah. Look at that price. So good. Yeah, high protein. Fuck yeah. When you come down the detergent aisle and it just smells so damn good. We do need some detergent. I'm trying to think. What do I usually get? Usually I get Gain. The price point's just really hard to match. And what do I want though? What's Gain Happy? Hibiscus Hula. Dewdrop Dream. Moonlight Breeze. What do I get? I don't even know. Let's do Moonlight Breeze. That sounds nice. Sounds pleasant. Paper Towers, Bounty, the quicker picker-upper. We don't need that many. We're gonna get just a regular old 6-pack. Yeah, 6-pack. Should be good. See, I told y'all, I get the tiny fucking cart. It works. You know it works. All right, we're done grocery shopping, so let's go check out. Oh my God, this is really hard to push. It's heavy. You guys full on almost let me leave the store without getting the chocolate rice cakes. What the heck? This was y'all's one job. You almost failed me. Stiff. I just smacked myself in the forehead with one of the LaCroix cases. They really hurt. It's like right here. Can you see it? All right, that is going to wrap up today's grocery shopping for today. I am so tired. I need to eat lunch still, but I'm gonna go home and just kind of unpack stuff. But yeah, so the stuff that I bought was to be able to make something that my friend Alexa made for me when I was dog sitting at her house. This sort of like healthy Frito pie mixture. It's just like spices, canned tomatoes, I think, with some like lean ground beef or ground turkey and some beans. So very balanced. You know, you've got your fiber, you've got your protein, you've got some veggies in there. I'll probably throw in a bell pepper and some onions. I think she did that too, I could tell. And then also, yeah, so I mentioned that I don't typically buy chicken. You guys, when I tell you that I've got like a weird, complicated relationship with chicken, I am not a chicken lover. I don't order it at restaurants and I don't cook it at home. The only way you can seem to get me to eat chicken is if it's like smothered in a gravy, like just a plain chicken breast. I can't just eat plain chicken breast for the life of me. I like start gagging. I don't know what the issue is. I'm a fish, I'm a seafood, and I'm a beef girl, you know? But I only seem to be able to eat chicken if it's smothered in gravy or if it's breaded and baked or like breaded and fried. So I just don't eat it that often. However, I really love those jalapeno pocket wraps, chicken wraps at Starbucks that they're so delicious. When I looked up a recipe, it made sense. They're covered in jalapeno, like pepper jack cheese and sour cream. And I was like, no wonder it tastes so good and I can eat it really easily. It's covered in fat, so good. But I was like, well, you know, I could get like a healthier cream cheese. Like the whipped cream cheeses are actually, you know, lower in calorie and they taste really good. So I could do that. So we got some of that, and then the ground beef, I'm probably just gonna make like some taco meat, tacos or something that me and my husband love to do. And yeah, and just some stuff like that. We already have a couple of things at home. Like I didn't need a lot of fruit. We actually have some fruit already at home, so that's why I only got like the little fruit pouches and the bananas, and then a couple of staple items. And I don't typically get dessert. Sometimes like me and my husband will eat like cereal for dessert, so I'll get us some fun cereals sometimes. But I don't know, I've really just been craving some marshmallow like spread, some way to eat it. And so instead of just straight up eating it out of the jar, I was kind of like, you know what, this would probably be some fun on some like chocolate rice cakes. That'd be pretty cool as like as a fun dessert. So we'll do that. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching, hanging out with me. I hope you guys had fun watching. And yeah, this was just a typical grocery shopping trip for someone such as myself, who is a registered dietitian. Of course, I do not speak for all dietitians. This is just me, and just how I typically like to live my life and grocery shop. So you guys have a great day. And if you want to see more content like this, more grocery shopping with me, leave comments down below. And y'all take care. All right. Mwah. Bye.